City have dropped points at Tottenham. Who would have thought this? We've heard Spurs fans talking about they'll happily lose to help City win the league and stop Arsenal winning it. They're 2-0 down at half-time. It really should be game over. And Spurs come back in the second half. It's the tale of two halves, isn't it? It's the game of two halves. We saw it at Stamford Bridge last night. West Ham were very good in the first half. Chelsea were brilliant in the second half and won the game from 2-0 down. And we've seen it here. Spurs not quite winning the game, but coming back against Man City, who were dreadful in the first half. And Spurs were dreadful. Sorry, City were dreadful in the second half. Spurs were dreadful in the first half. It was incredible. And this is why they call it a game of two halves, like I say. But what does that do for the title race? Because Man City are now 6 points behind Arsenal. They're actually only 6 points ahead of Man United as well, so who are in fourth. So City, Villa, not a great weekend for them. Very good result for Arsenal. They've opened up a gap on both Villa and Man City. And that title, which I believe is Arsenal's anyway, is getting closer and closer to being theirs. Remember, Man City have got to go to Anfield this time next Sunday as well, when Arsenal will have already played Sunderland at home. So that gap could be 9 points before Man City kick off at Anfield, which is going to be a very difficult game for them, considering how well Liverpool played last night and how bad Man City were again today. And I think talking about Manchester City, look, I'm going to say something here that might not be popular, but I'm still going to say it because lots of people say about Man City, they get all the decisions, VAR never does anything against them. That is a foul on Guehi on the first goal. It is. And I know everyone's going to say, oh, boo, you know, it made the game interesting. Spurs don't get back into the game. It'd be interesting if Pep says anything about it, because that's a foul. You can't kick through the back of somebody and hit their leg first before you hit the ball. Anywhere else on the pitch, that's a foul. If that happens in the penalty box, it'd be a penalty. So that was a foul. I'm going to say that clearly here because I'm not a fan of the PGMOL. I'm not a fan of the VAR operators. And that was a foul on Guehi.